What if I told you that you can actually know how much Alex Becker made in 2023? So based on his returns, you will take your decision to follow him or not in 2024 and make massive gains in your crypto portfolio. The 10x, the 100x, it's for you. It's for everyone who is subscribed to this channel. And the first source of revenue for Alex Becker out of 3 are going to be his NFT collection. He got 2 that we know about. So now what you have to understand is when you have an NFT collection, every time there's a buy and a sell, you get a commission as the creator of the NFT collection. This listing is paying the collection creator their suggested creator earnings. But why would someone buy this NFT? Well, it gives you access to the Neo Tokyo community, which is a Discord server. We reviewed it in a previous video, but you will see later on that there is a second utility to it, which might be important to know how much he actually made. To know how much he made with this collection, I will use a tool called Nonsense. It's really expensive, but you can get 1 month free with a link in the description, which is just a referral link. Now, I want to check at the beginning of the year. So here we are January 5. That's the first transaction of, we were at 8 Ethereum. And today we are at 500. So that's 22 Ethereum. All right, we get 22 Ethereum for this collection. Now let's check his second collection. For this one, it was launched apparently this year. So we know that the gains were $161,000. With an Ethereum price being at $2,200, of course, we can't know exactly when they cashed in and cashed out, but we are going to do a rough estimate. So we are at 50K made from Neo Tokyo collection. However, let's not forget one thing is that this project is with Trade and probably some other actors. So we are going to be nice and we're just going to divide it by 2. 25K made from here and 160K made from here. Now, of course, there are other collections for the Neo Tokyo because you could buy different parts and combine them together to get your NFT. But now the volume is so low that we are not going to count it. By the way, welcome on Handsome Finance. Pull down your little matcha. I am at the end of it because what do we do here? We analyze what's happening on chain. We check all the transactions. Hey, yes, the blockchain is an open ledger. So I can know who bought what at what time. And for example, here, I can know how much profit they made from their NFT collection. So we can know and follow the smart money. And the second thing I want to look at is his full portfolio. I want to see. I don't want people who are just talking. It's the same guys who are like, hey, I talked to this girl. No, I want to see what happened exactly. This is like having access to the Tinder account of someone or even being in their DM. Here, we can see all his holding for each crypto and how much he made from it. Now, you can see that the portfolio moved quite a lot because we know that Alex Becker was quite big in 2021. Now, it's not the same thing. By the way, before I show you how much he made on each portfolio, I have to say a warning. We can't be sure how Alex Becker is using this portfolio. My own opinion is that it's a decoy. He's using it because he knows that people are going to follow this transaction. And actually, I set up a bot on it, which is in another video. I will put a link in the description. That let me trade automatically. And I know that usually when he buys something and something happens on his portfolio, well, the crypto goes up. And what's the best way then to check the portfolio archive? So the holding on the 1st of January, we were just at 13K US dollars. And now we're at 100K. So we get plus 82K. However, it doesn't mean that he sold. We just know that he bought it. Actually, we got 4 major coins on this address, which is Blockchain Bet, Sidus, DAR, and Paid. If I check another address that is actually not really known by the public, we can see that on this one is sitting at 40K in profit. And it makes a lot of sense because it started in November 2023, which is exactly when Alex Becker started to post again on YouTube. Plus the portfolio have a higher value. I can see that he had some Sidus, some Senate. That's something that he talked about a lot. Here on the bottom right side, I can see a lot of transactions happening that are actually completely spam. And some people are actually doing this to target the ones who are not subscribed to Handsome Finance because they hope that maybe they don't know exactly how to do on-chain analysis and they are just going to follow this dumbly. But let me tell you something. Alex Becker is not going to place a trade for $22. Why? He's a multi-million-dollar guy. We know how much he sold his company Hyros for, and it's crazy. He gets tons of money. So even 10K, 100 is not enough for him. However, for small coins, he actually can't invest that much. Otherwise, it will make the proof move drastically. And he would be stupid if he only used one wallet, because we could check the footprints. That's why now I find a way to aggregate it, some wallets with the similar footprints, and actually see day by day what did they buy and what did they sell. So that gave me an idea of where I should look at. Now, because this dashboard was created with some people from the investors boardroom, I have to leave it inside the investors boardroom for a bit, and then I want to improve it. Then we will see, maybe we can make it public. But to get back to a profit calculation, we have to check if he actually sold. So for example, here on blockchain bet, he bought twice, but I can't see that he sold before. And you see, when I say you put some bots to copy his trade, here he bought, the price exploded. That's for blockchain bet. And for Siders here, we saw that he bought here. And you're going to be, oh, he bought here at the top as well. No, he received some. We saw a little increase. I can't know if it's correlated. And here we get the paid network. So he bought when it was going up and he didn't sold. So technically, we would say if you buy and you didn't sell, you didn't really make the profit. But I'm not sure, because in this video, he was saying that he sold some of his crypto. So now I'm a bit mixed, because this portfolio also received some influx of monies. Now I can't be sure if he made the money or not. I know that he bought for 0.009 and it's 3x on this. That's pretty good. Then we have here Sidus with an investment of 5,000, which is today worth 16,000. So that's 10K. And here we get 4,700 and it's worth today 6,000. So I'm going to round it up at 20,000. That's it. That's for the first wallet. Now, of course, if you want all the wallets from Alex Becker, I will put a link in the description that then will send you the email with it, particularly with those two ones. The 3 and 4, I'm not 100% sure that it's owned by Alex Becker. And if you are already in the email list, you can just check the link I sent you before, because you will get those wallets as well. Now, for the second wallet, I am almost sure that he owns it. We have 47K bought inside us, and today worth 73K. So that's 30K. And for Senate, he bought for 14K, which is now 24K. So we're going to add up 10K. On the Schwab token, he probably lost some money because he bought for 7,000 and ended up having at the end 5,000. By the way, now I will go faster and just show if there's an interesting transaction. For the third wallet, I'm really not sure if it's his. He quite lost a bit of money because you see he pumped out some new capital and this capital went down. Same again here, which is possible, but there is like 40% chance that it's his wallet. All the crypto that are in these wallets are the ones he talks about as well. By the way, we have to remember one thing. With Alex Becker, we could find other wallets, but the thing is that in his videos, he talks about 20 coins on average, which make it for sure 100% that he's going to find a 10x or 100x. Then after he just say, yeah, see, I talked about that coin. Before checking the third way Alex Becker probably made money this year, let's all remember that at the beginning of 2023, the market cap of all crypto was 830 billion. And today it's at 1.8 trillion. So just if you were the dumbest guy, you just bought all the crypto, you at least doubled your capital. Now, the last one I want to talk about is the Byte token, which is a token that you use in Neo Tokyo for various reasons. Yes, because when you are in Neo Tokyo, you can kind of invest in projects before they go on the market. But the thing is that the allocation that they allow you is like 1,000 USD. Otherwise, you have to buy those things with some token and then stake more stuff. So you end up having not being able to buy much of it, and you lose liquidity during a bull market. And that's why I don't think that's the best thing to do. I may be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, because I just don't want to lock my capital for 6 months to actually maybe 2 years in a company that I don't know yet, which is the worst to do during a bull market, because every single will pump. We don't care about the newcomers yet. We want people that work during the bear market that are going to pump now in this bull market. There's a lower chance that the companies that get created during this now that will get launched later will have a massive pump. And when we check some of the companies that are in it, of course, in 100 companies, you will find some great ones. But for example, Birthmark Tattoo, a marketplace for tattoos. And if I click on that link, it's still in testing, but you can see not so many collections yet. And why would you buy a tattoo like that on the NFT? I don't know. Let's get back to the Byte token. And now you understand the utility. It's to help you invest in some stuff, unlock some things in the Neo token. Yeah, you saw that you bought your NFT for 5 to 20,000. You had access to everything? No. Now, if I check the last 30 days, it's pretty bad. This token was actually launched on January 2023, I believe, or at least listed on CoinGecko at that time. And we can see that it had struggled at the beginning with going as low as $1.74. But now it's up here at $11. Why the massive pump like this? Because in Neo Tokyo recently, they've released a lot of projects where you could invest in it. And of course, you needed some bytes to access to it. Now, what I do before I show you some wallets that are really strange with their behavior with bytes, which made me think that maybe the creators are involved in it. I checked the contract of Byte to see if there was anything strange. First, the swap analysis, good. Now, the contract analysis, there is a bit of an issue because the ownership or source does not contain an owner contract. Now, the problem with the ownership being not renounced is that the creator or the current owner can modify the contract behavior. So it could disable selling, change the fees, or mint new tokens. But we know that Alex Becker will be kind of honest with his community. I know some people don't like him, but I think he's still better than most of the crypto influencers, and he brings still a lot to the community. Now, if you follow him blindly, it's your own fault. You just take someone that do the work for you. And actually, it's not much liquidity, and that's why we have the pricing that do kind of steps like this. And if you check that the depth of it is pretty thin. So if someone was buying for more than 30K, it would move the price of plus 2%. And that's how I find some addresses that must be really, really smart. Because this guy was buying a lot of bytes when no one had any interest into it. Look at that. And then strangely selling it when he was going to the top. And now don't have any more bytes. Now, unfortunately, Zerion decided to remove one of the best functionality, which was to check the profit and loss. Even I have premium, I can see it. But in a previous video, I checked already, and we can know that that person made 75K. And we can see as well that we are close to reach 2,000 subscribers. So everyone who subscribed watching this video, thank you so much, because we're getting closer to this goal. And why it's important for this channel to gain more subscribers is to satisfy my ego, which is like Bitcoin with infinite value. And that's why I would put a gain of 70K for bytes for Alex Becker, which sums up to 250K almost. Now, I guess it's a bit more than that, but we can see overall from the wallets we have, Alex Becker made some gains. Now, we can't measure with all the coins that he talked about in his videos because that would be unfair, because I can talk about 50 crypto and of course one of it is going to make insane gains. But I checked the wallets. Now, we are looking for other wallets in the investors boardroom. That's why we have the wallets 3 and 4 that we're not 100% sure yet, but we will have an idea at the next video published. And as well, those dashboards that we have in the investors boardroom, we will see if they pay well in the next videos of Alex Becker. And that's why I love personally, because instead of exploring everywhere, we based our decision on data. And I'm kind of lazy, so if the data can take the decisions for me, that's perfect. And that's why you should check out this video, because this is how you can find those 100x based on data again. It was a pleasure. Give a thumbs up if you want to, but don't forget one thing. You know it. Stay handsome. Ciao.